What's up, everybody? Welcome to Bet Like a Goat. I'm your host, Henry Cejudo, a.k.a. Triple C, and you guys make sure to place your bets. That's right, the only place, BetOnline.ag. Enough talk. Let's break it down at the gym. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of Bet Like a Goat. I am your host, Henry Cejudo, a.k.a. Triple C, and alongside the one and only, the greatest combat coach of all time, Captain Irene Aldana. And guys, this show wouldn't be brought to you by, it couldn't be possible, I apologize, without our sponsor. That's right, Bet Online. Whenever you guys want to bet your money, you guys want to bet the house, you guys make sure to go to BetOnline.ag. UFC 289. Ooh, this is right around the corner, Captain. We got the GOAT, Amanda Nunes versus Irene Aldana. Guys, this fight could be up for grabs, but I'm gonna have to go with none other than Rashad Evans and whatever it is that he actually said.
I gotta go with Aldana, man. I feel like I know.
Wow,
I know,
Mexico is on the surge, huh?
Mexico's on the surge, but I mean, Aldana, she's such a massive force. She seems so big in there, and that left hook, oh my God.
You think she? I'm gonna have to go with the Mexican captain, even though we're here, beautiful, beautiful Brazil. But there's something about that fight that I just feel the simple fact that if Amanda Nunes cannot take down Irene Aldana, that Mexican train with having Brandon, having Alexa Grasso, Yair Rodriguez, and all these Mexicans with belts, it's just letting you know that train's not stopping. And I do feel like sometimes, I've seen a little bit of slowdown from Amanda Nunes. Like, I just don't see a lot of the kicking. How is it that if Amanda Nunes is able to get the grappling, I can see her maybe getting that victory. But man, Captain, I can see Irene Aldana actually knocking her out. I really can. There's one thing, personally knowing Alexa Grasso, they have heavy hands. They have heavy striking. If Amanda Nunes doesn't bring that tactical sense and that experience, and either kicks her or takes her down, she's gonna be in trouble with this Mexican. I tell you what, and she is super, super confident. It reminds me a lot of the fight when Alexa was getting ready for Valentina, how she says, "I will get my hand raised." Same kind of getting that same type of energy. The most important thing in this is confidence. So for that reason, Brazil, you guys don't hate me, don't kill me. If I had to place my money, and I like them both, there's no hard feelings for either one of them, I'm gonna have to go with Irene Aldana on this one.
Oh, Triple C, I couldn't disagree with you more. Amanda Nunes, Brazilian warrior, two-time world champ. I think she's learned. I think she's fighting with a chip on her shoulder. That loss she had to Juliana Pena. Learning from Valentina Shevchenko's loss to Grasso. Grasso, Moreno, Yair. I love all these Mexican UFC champions. They're doing great. They're trailblazers and pioneers from Mexico. They all trained they actually all trained and lived with you at one time during their career. But not Irene Aldana. And, I don't see her with the wrestling pedigree enough to stop a takedown. Amanda Nunes knows how to grapple. She's going to bring it out, and I think that's going to be Irene's downfall. I think it would be great for Mexico to have another UFC champ, but I don't think it leaves the hands of Brazil this time. Okay, well, can I just play the devil's advocate real quick here, Captain? So what happened? So remember, Amanda Nunes is no longer ATT. We got to keep that in mind. Who is it that's really holding her accountable? That she has somebody that she respects, that's able to game plan that, hold accountable. Because she's running her own camp. I think that might be a little different. And remember, guys and girls are two different specimens. Guys can get away with a little bit more. Well, actually, vice versa. But that's my biggest question. So here we have it. We have Captain Irene Aldana, the GOAT coach. Sticking with the GOAT, Amanda Nunes. And I'm going to go with the underdog. I'm going to go with Irene Aldana with the Mexican. So this is where I feel Irene needs to really bring the fight. She needs to win the distance game. And one adjustment that I would make with Irene is she needs to kind of, her stance is pretty wide. So that's about the only thing that really scares me. We had no Amanda Nunes. We'll probably chew that front leg out. So I would adjust it here, and really a lot of that head movement. She does it already, but I would smoke things
to get closer to eventually start coming in and finding her big shots. Irene's got big power shots, whether it's her hook, right hand, whether it's her right hook, straight. But the only thing that I gotta say is she's got power in these hands, and this is where it is that she has to keep it. Amanda Nunes now, the opposite of her. She needs to go back. She needs to win the distance game. She needs to drag Aldana into her fight, because Aldana will get aggressive Mexican style, and that's what Mexicans are typically known for: their pressure, their aggressiveness, and they don't take that stuff lightly. But what Amanda Nunes needs to do, she needs to use her experience. She needs to use her experience, kick that front leg, but then right here, getting back to her judo. Getting back to her judo, and then to eventually get throws, get her on the ground, to eventually ground and pound, and look for her submissions. And now let's get down to the co-main event. Guys, Charles Oliveira, Beneil Dariush. They're originally scheduled to fight under my undercard, the co-main event, but plans change. You know, Oliveira with an injury, they had to postpone it at least a month out, and now we're gonna get that fight for UFC 289. This is a clash, so whoever wins this fight is more likely gonna fight for that lightweight strap, that lightweight title. This is probably one of the most competitive fights, because a lot of these guys are very similar, but if there's a person that I probably want to give the edge to, well, you know what? Let me break it down first, more than anything. I give the edge to wrestling to Beneil Dariush. I give the edge to striking to Charles Oliveira. And then, you know what sets everything off is it's jiu-jitsu. Who has the better jiu-jitsu? And if we're gonna go based on who has a better jiu-jitsu, I'm gonna have to go with Charles Oliveira. So for that reason, you know, 2-1 Charles Oliveira. I don't have any predictions how this fight is more likely gonna take place, or how is it that it's gonna end. But if I had to place my money with somebody, I'm gonna have to go with, you know, Charles the Bronx. Captain?
I love this fight. These two are kind of disciples of the shoot box.
Hey!
Rafael Cordero, shoot box, and Charles Oliveira comes from shoot box, Diego Lima. So, wow, you know, those guys come from the same system. That's what makes this fight even extra exciting, besides those two being on two of the best lightweights in the world. If this was a year ago, this would have been for the lightweight strap. So this fight is huge. It was supposed to be a world title fight match for the last couple of years. I thought Beneil was the #1 contender for a while now. Finally, he gets his shot at the former champ. Let's hope the winner does fight again for the title. And you know what? Beneil Dariush is one of my best friends from ASU Wrestling. His fighter, Marcus Malika, you know, Sun Devil. And it's hard for me to go against one of my own guys. You know, he's one of my teammates at ASU, and he's coaching him, and I wouldn't pick against him. But I would say I do think there's going to be a finish. There is going to be a finish. This fight does not go 5 rounds. These guys are both finishers, and they're going to put themselves in risky situations. Somebody will be finished. So I'm going with a finish in this fight. I just don't know who.
Well, there you have it. I think the keys to Charles Oliveira is catch Beneil Dariush off of his takedowns attempt. Because Beneil will shoot. So I feel like what Charles Oliveira really needs to do is anticipate that shot. So as soon as Beneil shoots, he's already slamming it in, taking it down to the ground to get the submission. You see, or there's a second option for Charles Oliveira. Keep it on your feet. Keep it on your feet. Kick. I do feel like, or you can also defend them off the open. But like I said before, like my breakdown was 2-1, but it is mixed martial arts. Who's it that could mix it? And the person that could really mix it really well is Beneil Dariush. So it's a bit scary, but these are my predictions for the co-main event, UFC 288. Captain, last words?
Yeah, UFC 289, one of the sleepers this year. That co-main event's on fire. That main event. Will Mexico get a fourth UFC champion? It's amazing because I remember when we went to Mexico years ago. We went to that amateur fight, and it was like, I couldn't believe it. There was like 2,000 people there. And now I see what that's turned into. It's turned into something huge for Mexico. Will there be a fourth champ? That's what excites me about this fight. Or will Amanda Nunes maintain her status as the GOAT?
So here are my picks for the rest of the card. You guys make sure to go to BetOnline.ag and make that shmoney. I'm your host, Henry Cejudo, aka Triple C, and we will deliver. And we are out, man.